Hi guys, myself Dilip. If you look at today markets, today is the fifth day in a row that both Nifty and Sensex have closed in the red. There are many reasons you will hear on news channels for this fall, like the rupee losing its value, Trump adding 25% tax on steel imports, and small and mid cap stocks being too expensive. Because of all these reasons, FIIs are selling heavily in Indian markets. And we did see a pre-budget rally before February 1st, where there is a 1,000-point rally in Nifty, but that only gave FIIs a chance to sell at higher prices. Even the RBI tried to help by adding over 1 lakh crore into the economy, but it wasn't enough to stop the selling. Even today, if you look at Nifty has fallen by more than 400 points. So if you consider from the last 2 days, today the spread itself, the body itself is very high. So this indicates the intensity of these sellers is increasing, but at the same time, if you look at the volume also is a little bit higher. If you have watched my earlier videos, I have repeatedly warned that whatever the pre-budget rally was there, that itself is a dead cat bounce, which happens generally before main events when there is a correction. So now let's look at the important Nifty and Bank Nifty levels to watch for tomorrow or even day after tomorrow. Before we dive into today's analysis, if you enjoy my videos, support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. Now let's start with Nifty. 5 to 6 days back, I was mentioning in one of my videos that unless the previous high is sustained, sellers are likely to step in again. Plus, Nifty has left plenty of price magnets down to 22,800 future levels. Since then, swing high at 23,850 levels, Nifty itself has already dropped 800 points, making Nifty closing red on the consecutive fifth day. These levels itself I have already repeated previously. 22,850 levels, this is where a strong price magnet was there. So it is almost confirmed the prices will come down up to this point. It is just a matter of time. And not only that, guys, let's understand what happened today. If you look at the price itself has opened inside yesterday's value area, and this opening itself is an open auction candle. So whenever you see this open auction candle, prices opening and testing both side and closing around the opening, you generally see some kind of sideways market until that open auction candle high or low is decisively broken. If you look at in the second 30 minutes itself, it has been broken downside. The first open auction 30 minutes has been broken with a good amount of 1.6k delta, and pretty strong selling imbalances were there in the second 30 minutes. So these selling imbalances acted as a good resistance. Even there is a pullback around 11:15 candle, but the selling imbalances, they acted as good resistance, and nowhere the prices went inside this open auction candle, speaking about there is a strong selling pressure. And if you go back to my previous videos, as I mentioned, I was speaking clearly that it will come down to 23,300 levels, which is again a weak low, and it is good possibility it will come down to 23,050 levels. And even I was mentioning maybe in a couple of days it will come down to 22,850 levels. There was a strong dumping around 12:45 candle. If you look at in order flow, the delta itself is around 6.5k, which is pretty high. So unless you see this kind of delta, this kind of moves doesn't happen normally. So, and again there are pretty strong stacked imbalances indicating the down move itself is because of purely market orders. And the overall day itself, if you look at, it's a bearish double distribution day. The first distribution itself was there around the IB, and the second distribution just outside the IB around 100% range extension. So for tomorrow, what you should be looking, I think this is going to be pretty important level, 23,060 levels, the low itself. So day after tomorrow we have expiry, and one failed auction whatever has formed been revisited. So generally these failed auctions, they get revisited. There is one more failed auction which has formed on 29th January, and this also will likely get revisited. Will it happen tomorrow? You need to watch for where the price opens tomorrow at 9:15 and where the acceptance will be. Any acceptance above 23,160 to 180 levels, guys, there is a good possibility it will go upside. There could be a strong up move. The reason I was giving you here again, these double distribution days, these are weaker kind of day types. So because there is a bearish momentum and there is a single print here, there is a possibility further lower low might be there, but if at all any acceptance above 23,160 to 180 levels, there could be a strong up move clearing this single print. And the buying delta also, there could be a strong buying delta. There is a good amount of gap around 23,280 levels, and it might cover the whole value area up to 23,460 levels in a day or two itself. If at all price opens inside the value area and gets rejected around this single print at 23,190 levels, then look for shorting opportunities downside, but at the same time watch for this area 23,060 levels. If it comes below, then you can expect further down move towards 22,920 levels, or else there is a good possibility of sideways market. So whenever you see these kind of strong trends on the next day, there will be generally some kind of sideways market around first 1 hour. Be pretty much sure 22,850 levels itself will likely get tested, most probably maybe Thursday or Friday. This is with Nifty, guys. Coming to Bank Nifty, couple of days back in one of my video I was reminding of there is a engulfing candle which has formed on last Friday 7th, and this engulfing candle has engulfed the previous narrow value area, and because of this there is a good possibility there could be a down move. That is what I was mentioning, and from that day Bank Nifty has fallen more or less 600 points, but compared to Nifty, Bank Nifty is showing some kind of strength. But I think Bank Nifty also has to come down pretty strongly all the way down to 48,700 levels. Now when it will happen, that is a matter of when, not if. If you look at today, price itself has opened all the way above yesterday's value area high, but this high itself is a open high and prices closed below the yesterday's value area, creating a open drive. So whenever you see this open drive, guys, what happens, the prices drives in that direction further. So you will see most often 100% range extension of that open drive candles. That is what happened. If you consider from this point, it has extended more than 100%, and the PPOC from last Monday, it has got revisited. The next target what I will be looking at is 48,950 levels. Next target will be somewhere around 48,700 levels, which is the imbalance area, and it has not been tested yet on 29th Jan. Generally these imbalance levels they get tested out, but it has not tested out. There was a failed auction here. So with this failed auction and this imbalance not being tested out, so maybe if not tomorrow itself, we might see further down move all the way down to 48,000, and below is also very much possible, but let's keep it for another day. For any kind of long opportunities, watch for these levels, guys, 49,620 levels. So any acceptance above 49,620 to 650 levels, good possibility it will cover the whole value area up to 49,890 levels, and if it gets accepted above 49,970 levels, you will see the today's high at 50,200 also. This is with Bank Nifty, guys. If you are keen on learning order flow and market profile, go through the playlist which I am attaching at the end of this video. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.